Crooksville, please stand and join and renew the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hampton.
Here.
Mr. Locke.
Here.
Mr. Loomis.
Here.
Mr. Walters.
Hello.
Ms. Smith. Here. Mr. Redfern.
Here. First on the agenda this evening, need a motion to approve the minutes of previous meetings. Any discussion on those minutes? Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Under reports this evening, need a motion to approve the fiscal officer's bank reconciliation for February 2022.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
I also need a motion to approve the mayor's report for February 2022.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Adam, you have anything on the list that's not spoken for here tonight?
The only thing I have tonight is the ordinance for the basic code.
Okay, gotcha. Come here. Under finance, this evening, need a motion to approve resolution 20-2022, approve the transfer of funds from the interfund transfers. Your transfers this evening are $3,666.67 from Waterworks to the Water Contingency Fund, $3,587.08 from Waterworks to the Waterworks Capital Improvement Fund, $4,951.91 from Waterworks to the Waterworks Reserve, $2,510.17 from Waterworks to the Waterworks Replacement, $675.71 from Street to Street Paving Debt Service, $1,589.59 from the EMS to the EMS Truck Debt Service, $20,000 from Income Tax to the General Fund, and $10,000 from the General Fund to the EMS. That's a list of your transfers.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Next under that, need a motion to approve resolution 21-2022, approve reapplication supplemental appropriations.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Next, resolution 22-2022, payments, bills.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
And last but not least, resolution 23-2022, payroll.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton.
Yes.
Mr. Locke.
Yes.
Mr. Loomis.
Yes.
Mr. Walters.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Thank you. Under legislative this evening, motion to suspend the rules. Ordinance 2707, ordinance adopting the Ohio Basic Code for 2022, as an emergency.
I make a motion for rules.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Mr. Hampton,
Yes.
Mr. Luck,
Yes.
Mr. Loomis,
Yes.
Mr. Walters,
Yes.
Ms. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Motion to accept ordinance 2707, ordinance adopting the Ohio Basic Code for 2022 as an emergency.
So moved.
Question,
Roll call.
before we take roll call, I have a question, Mayor.
Mhm.
Was there anything updated in that, any new sections that we had to, or we just stay with the same sections, Adam, that we've had in the past year?
Well, there was a good many changes this time around.
There were several sections of the basic code that were repealed based on changes to Ohio law that were inconsistent with new statutes passed by the Ohio legislature. So the basic code was amended to remove those sections. I'm sorry, I can't list them off the cuff, but the strong majority of what we deal with, most of the time, is still in place.
Well, we never added any more sections out of the law, we just kept the same sections we've had previously on the basic code.
Correct.
Okay.
To the extent that any changes to Ohio law were taken into account for the
Right.
2022 basic code book.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
We're basically just adopting the high basic code, and then we use what we want out of it. Used to be, we just
Yes.
adopt them. I think what Fred's getting at
Yeah,
is we used to
we only
just
adopt
parts,
certain sections.
certain
Oh.
sections of it. Now we're adopting the whole high basic code, and then use those, the sections we need. So basically, we're adopting the whole thing.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I mean, I think that's where you was going with that, wasn't it?
No,
Okay.
I'd want to look at the whole thing before I adopted the whole thing, but there's certain sections we have adopted in the past, but not the whole book, just certain sections out of.
The exhibit on the back of the ordinance shows exactly what's being adopted. And it's primarily the strong majority of that, because the village cannot have ordinances inconsistent with the Ohio Basic Code.
Right. Okay.
Did that answer your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Can't go against.
Right.
Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Hampton,
Yes.
Mr. Luck,
Yes.
Mr. Loomis,
Yes.
Mr. Walters,
Yes.
Ms. Smith, Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Under old business suiting, we have Ron Wheeler here. He'd like to present and speak to council.
No, I'm just.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Any new business come for council soon? Any other old business come for council soon?
Oh, yeah. We was talking, I texted you on, when are we gonna get started on
Swimming pool stuff?
swimming pool stuff? It's coming, and
It's
usually
coming.
March is when we start.
Yep, yep. Hopefully next week we'll get started. My plan was this week, but with being out all last week,
Okay.
trying to put everything
Usually
behind.
we
and-
start, and then
Yeah,
every year we say we probably ought to start sooner.
yeah. Well, Marilyn's working from home right now and Courtney's out, so I'm kind of flying alone right now, so hopefully next week.
Okay.
Already got the code.
No, she does not. She had an unexpected death in her family.
Do we want to talk about the Rexon
We can.
now that we're at yellow?
Yeah, we're at yellow now for COVID. I forwarded that email today from Ralph, and I asked Chris Rice if and when. He said just kind of shoot a date and throw some dates out there that we could kind of get together and
Great. Yeah.
let him know when it is. With track season and stuff, he'll kind of be busy. I was kind of hoping he'd give us some dates and, we'd fit it around that schedule, but, with the rain and
weather and so forth. It'll be a hit and miss there for him for probably another 4 or 5 weeks. But yeah, we'll get together on that.
Probably gonna be tough for him anyway, cause they don't have no track, so everything will have to be
Yeah,
away.
away, yeah.
Glad you guys looked around, because I thought I had a cold in my head or something.
Sorry, Ron.
Sounded like something draining, you
I
know
put
what I
my
mean?
phone too close to the microphone.
Little feedback interference. Need a motion to go to executive session for the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 personnel. Motion. Roll call.
Mr. Hampton,
Yes.
Mr. Locke,
Yes.
Mr. Loomis,
Yes.
Mr. Walters,
Yes.
Ms. Smith, Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
They started in the rec center up like it was playing on longer.
Couldn't go. When they told me how much she brings in over 2 weeks, I'm like, they didn't go away, and they said, oh, yeah.
Let me be real.
It happens.
You got a white spot through it yet?
Working on it.
Don't we leave? Good, don't we leave?
Chief, you have anything for us this evening? On?
Yeah, where's your neighbor?
Where's my neighbor? Which neighbor?
You know.
One to the left and one to the right.
Depends on where you're standing.
Which way you're facing.
Ralph? Anything?
I have an update in the email.
Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Hampton,
Yes.
Mr. Locke,
Yes.
Mr. Loomis,
Yes.
Mr. Walters,
Yes.
Ms. Smith, Mr. Redfern.
Yes.
Jane hands you this stuff.
We're adjourned.
I might have set that on.